And both teams taking the knee before kick-off to highlight the ongoing drive for diversity and inclusivity in women's football. And it's Leicester City who get the game underway in the grey shirts, defending the goal away to our right. Leipzig with the clearance. Helped forward by Mannion. Now Goodwin, who scored the goal for Leicester when they drew 1-1 with Chelsea. They're the only team to have taken points off the leaders so far this season. Mannion forward again. Bizet. Clinton able to fire in the cross, and that's a really good claim by Danina Leipzig. Under pressure, but safe hands right at the start of the game. And already, maybe issues with the ball here. Danina Leipzig just checking with Phoebe Cross, the referee, and we have a replacement within the second minute. This one seems to be okay. Leicester quickly looked to play out, but they play themselves into trouble in the end. Bizet with the challenge on Goodwin. Leicester with 2 wins in 3 games after only 1 success in 19. And the victories over Liverpool and Aston Villa have really relieved the pressure on them and pulled them clear of Crystal Palace. Mannion. Now Letizia. The game has been played exclusively inside the Leicester City half so far. And it's quickly brought forward by Janssen again, but a good challenge, and Leicester will try and clear, but here is Malard. Plenty of support around her. Clinton. And now Janssen. And she gets it back from Toon. Galton. And Leicester here working very hard, but barely seeing the ball. Now Mannion once again. Clinton, that's a clever ball. Bizet coming back onto that left foot. And the overhead kick causing problems for Mannion. It'll come back out towards Clinton. United unable to get a shot in at the moment. Letizia, who scored in this fixture last season. Mannion again. Now Toon spotting the gap. Clinton, Janssen, and in the end it's clear, but only briefly. Toon able to ride one challenge. Malard. Bizet. And the cross is deep, kept alive by Galton. And now Janssen. Maybe set for the shot. She is, and it's too high. Well, United took patience to extremes there. Credit to Leicester in many ways for not giving them the opportunity to work the opening, but when they did, Dominic Janssen sending the shot too high. And United will miss Elizabeth Turland. 3 goals and 4 assists in her last 4 games. She came on for Norway during the international break, replaced Ada Hegerberg, scored. Only played a short period and then seemingly picked up an injury. Gabby George looking to bring it forward. And Amandine Mikel. has seen her team absorb plenty of pressure already in the opening 5 minutes. Had a great record with Stade Reims in France. It's always very, very difficult for promoted teams to survive at the highest level there, as it is here, but she managed it, or her team managed it, thanks to her. Mannion. Bizet. And although Mark Skinner, I think, is frustrated by the injuries which have kept two key players out today, he does have experience to bring in players like Mannion and Bizet. Mannion with the cross there. Malard is another international who has come in off the bench. And Leicester will get the relative sanctuary of a throw-in here. Eric Stott here, and that's a good ball from her, having to come deep to get involved. Chaussonneau, and it's covered well by Gabby George. She claims the final touch. Chaussonneau, the young French player who followed her coach from Reims, given her first opportunity to really get forward here. And she has stayed down as well and will receive some treatment. There are links with Amandine Michael on both sides. We're just watching the challenge from George again. Chaussonneau is just having that right ankle examined. And in addition to Chaussonneau, Fallon Tullis-Joyce, the United goalkeeper, who has not had a touch so far, but will do here with the goal kick. She also worked with Amandine Michael at Stade Reims. And the Leicester coach is convinced she could become the best goalkeeper in the world. Well, she's conceded fewer goals than any other goalkeeper in the WSL so far this season. Leah Galton working hard to give United an attacking platform high up the field. Janssen, Malard, it's a nice touch. George, and the flag is up, offside. And Mark Skinner, I'm sure, will be satisfied with so much of this season so far, but he does set really high standards, and the fact is his team still trail Chelsea by a significant distance. Chelsea always had that habit of winning the games that really mattered under Emma Hayes, and that's something they've continued under Sonia Bonpastor. Thibault. Back by Letizia to Tullis-Joyce. And another Leicester player has gone down here. Leah Galton was the United player involved, and it's CJ Bott who has lingered on the turf. We'll just see this again. And Bott certainly came across to make a forceful challenge, and Galton stood her ground. Bizet. Malard just running off her. Now George. And Letizia has the opportunity to bring it forward here. And United have the throw-in. Turner. And Leicester beginning to engage higher up the field, although a free kick's been conceded here. The challenge was by Janice Cayman, but Julie Thibault was looking to cover Malard as well. Dominic Janssen, a player who did win the Women's Super League during her time with Arsenal. Turner. And now Cayman. And Thibault will try and bring the ball out, but it's won back by Bizet. Quickly forward to Malard inside the area. And it was gathered well by Leitzing. Ruby Mace maybe just gave her a nudge on the way through. And that just gave Leitzing the split second to swoop on the ball. There. Well, United quickly forward again, but the shot blazed over the top this time by Ella Toon. But Leicester doing a good job in many ways of restricting United to efforts from long range. But United with 3/4 of the ball so far, which is no real surprise on what we've seen. Tierney looking to work it forward, but she does have the throw-in. Skips up into the path of Erik Stottier, a player who was prolific in Swedish football before her move in January. Sophie Howard just running the ball out of play. George will take the throw-in. Hammered away by Howard, but here is Chazonneau, and she gets the free kick this time. It was George again who made the challenge. The 20-year-old is certainly someone who United appear to have earmarked as a threat, because they're quickly out to her whenever she gets the ball, and Leicester now do have the opportunity to try and build something themselves. There is Erik Stottier yet to score. having made her move during the transfer window. Ruby Mesa player who is still only 21 years of age, but does have a number of miles on the clock, having played in the Women's Super League on a regular basis since the age of 17. George will clear, but Leicester have the throw-in. They've only drawn twice away from home so far this season, losing the other 5 games, and they've managed only 2 goals on the road as well. So if they take anything here today, it would be considered a huge achievement. Well seen by Howard. Mace. Now Ale. Goodwin under pressure from Clinton. Dimitri Ale, the former Tottenham player, will take the throw in, but Janssen again closes down. And here is CJ Bott. And Leicester have the throw in. Overall, it's 12 games without a win away from home for Leicester. Armandine Mikel was saying before the match that they approach every single game with the same mindset, but there's no doubt their results on home turf have allowed them to remain in the Women's Super League over the past couple of years. Ale only finding Bizet. Clinton. Toon looking for Clinton again, but Thibault is able to clear. Letizia. And United setting up camp outside the Leicester penalty area once again. Janssen with the ball forward. And it will be eventually gathered by Leitzing. And Leicester are doing well to restrict United to efforts from long range so far. They've scored only 2 of their 27 goals from outside the penalty area so far this season. Erik Stottier. She gets the ball back. Good turn from her, but she only finds Mannion. Leicester the lowest scorers in the Women's Super League, and they could be under pressure here. Malard has got goal side of Thibault. It's a great chance, and she takes it. Melvin Malard breaking the deadlock. And that goal has been coming right from the kickoff. And from the moment she got beyond Thibault, it was always a question of her holding her nerve, and she did that superbly. Played in from the halfway line. Thibault was labouring, and Malard just waited for Leitzing to make her mind up. And when she went to ground, she was able to dink the ball beyond her. Her 5th goal of the season. And she marks only her 2nd start in the Women's Super League, deputising for Elizabeth Turland with the opening goal. And United have won 10, drawn 1 and lost 0, scoring first this season. And Leicester, with only 9 goals so far, now have to chase this game. Although they've scored 6 times in their last 3 games, after only 3 in the opening 11. Which bizarrely, in many ways, did include that draw with Chelsea, when they say came so close to beating them, having picked up so few points at that stage. Ale. Now Goodwin looking for the quick response. She was closed down, helped further forward by Tierney, but United will clear. Mannion. Turner. Well, Mark Skinner now knows his team have something to build on a win today, and they'll be back within 4 points of Chelsea before they play later on. And this is the start of a tricky period for Leicester. They travel to Chelsea on Wednesday night, a game which has been brought forward due to the WSL Cup final coming up. Letizia. Now Mannion. Janssen. That's a good ball. Mannion. Good looking cross. Oh, was there a case of handball there against Tierney? Well, Phoebe Cross just having words, but did not point to the spot. And if she did see it, maybe she believed it was unintentional. Well, Tierney did seem to have her arm outstretched, but no penalty given. Chosano. And Leicester now have lost 8 of the 10 games in which they've conceded the opening goal this season. But they've got a free kick here for a nudge on the edge of the area. Malard will close down the back pass. Leitsigno is able to find Thibaut. Goodwin's header in field is quickly cut out by Janssen. Letizia. And her ball forward for the goal is also deserving of a mention. Leicester playing a high line, and it was really exposed. Mannion. Now Malard wriggles away from the challenge of Cayman. 2 players who were once teammates at Lyon. Goodwin. Thibault will give Howard the opportunity to bring it forward. And it was slid towards Chauzinot, but all the way through to Tullis-Joyce. And again, she's had a long-range view of so much of what we've seen so far. Clinton. Now Goodwin. Now Goodwin again. Clinton looking to spin away from the challenge. She was part of the Tottenham team that beat Leicester in the FA Cup semi-final last season. And of course, Spurs went on to beat or lose to Manchester United in the final, and Clinton, who had been such a key player for Tottenham during that run, was unable to play. George. Now Letizia. Malard with the flick, which she will chase herself, and she gets there. She can set herself for the shot, but it's played back in field, and now the rebound is also blocked. But United keep coming. Mannion. Clinton. Melvin Malard, given the start today in the absence of Turland, has been a real live wire. Bizet with the first shot, which was blocked. Now Eric Stottier right on the edge of her own penalty area, but she's got the free kick. And to keep up to date with all of the latest news in the world of women's football, make sure you're signed up to the official newsletter, either by clicking on the link on the pinned comments or through the official Barclays Women's Super League website. Howard. Box ball forward, but once again it breaks down for Leicester. The last away win was at the end of January last year at Everton. And at the moment, this game is going down a similar course to so many others since. United have scored 18 first-half goals this season, which is more than any other team. So often they set the tone and really squeeze the life out of their opponents. And they'll also look back, in addition to that loss at Chelsea, to the 3 successive draws against Brighton, Arsenal and Aston Villa, which just check their progress, but the shot count really indicating they're dominance in the game so far, although only one shot on target, which was the goal. Goodwin looking to change that here. Goodwin's effort is blocked, but it's quickly won back. Ale. Howard. Thibaut. Eric Stottir. And Cayman. And it's blocked by Letizia, and Leicester have the corner. And this will be an opportunity to get more players around the penalty area. And it's very deep, and it's claimed well by Tullis Joyce. Looking for her 10th clean sheet of the season here today. And Mace giving that too much air in the end. Mannion. Mace tangling with Clinton, but United only have the throw-in. United have won each of their previous 3 home games, scoring at least 3 goals. And setting a similar tone here as George comes forward. And she's got the corner. And Letizia coming forward to be one of the targets here, but Eric Stottir is just down. And she'll receive some treatment, so another delay before the corner is taken, which does give both coaches the opportunity to bring 1 or 2 players over. And it's been a busy week for a number of the players involved with their international teams, playing in midweek and then the travel, coming back to prepare for this game. And it's the Icelandic international, Eric Stottir, who is down here. And Shannon O'Brien is just warming up. A player who is working her way back to full fitness following a knee operation. And a corner kick here for United, 10 minutes before half-time. In towards that near post, swept away by Bott, and then guided out of play by Chauzinot, but United looking to keep the pressure on here. Galton. Toon. Tried to spin away from Chauzinot, but it's only a throw-in once again for United. Galton. And the high ball seeking Malard again, but This time it's over the top, but again it was Le Tissier. We've already seen that link-up lead to the goal. And Leicester have the free kick here. The challenge on Eric Stottier. And at the moment, United, in terms of so many facets of the game, are considerably ahead of Leicester, but they will want that second goal just to calm things down. Malard, beaten to it by Thibaut. Malard again. Ale. Mannion strong in the challenge against Goodwin. And it's back with Janina Leitzing. And you'll notice the lighter green markings all over the pitch as well. There for the Lee Leopards rugby league team who compete in Super League. And they played here on Friday evening, a big win for the home side against Catalan Dragons. And they've had a 100% start to 2025 like Manchester United. A challenge there. Just leading to a slight issue for Clinton, but she's quickly back on her feet. And United may be disappointed they have not taken complete control of this game by now. Leicester are offering very little coming forward at the other end, but at the same time, it is still only 1-0. United with over 60% of the possession so far. Leicester with only one shot on goal and 3 touches inside the United penalty area. George with the throw in here. Toon. George. Chauzeneau able to clear. There's a Leicester player down on the far side. Missy Goodwin is back on her feet as Thibaut tries to carry the ball out. Tierney. Goodwin. But Eric Stottier with very little opportunity to chase that. So much for United coming forward down the right-hand side. Mannion was making that burst, but Janssen looks to the left before that big switch again. Met by Ale. Le Tissier. Malard. Came out. And we do often see games like this following international breaks. Maybe just a lack of collective sharpness so far, although United looking to take even more control here. Bizet, but it's behind Janssen. Toon, George, and now Galton. The high ball into Malard, but Leicester clear. Mannion, though, beyond 2 challenges, and play will be brought back for the free kick. Well, they had the first swing at her, but it was the second one which leads to a set piece for United here. Gabby George could hit this with the left foot. Toon has scored plenty with the right from this sort of position. Melvin Malard just looking to obscure the view of Janina Leitzig. Now she will retreat to avoid being offside. It'll be George or Toon. It's George, and it's drifted over the top. Gabby George without a goal in the Women's Super League this season. And it was difficult to try and get the ball up and down from there. Letizia. She was looking for Turner to really give her an angle, which she does now. Mannion. Mannion, who has had so many injury problems in recent years. Recently, a torn quad muscle, which kept her out of the side. George. Good burst from here, but the ball has gone behind. Well, there'll be one or two things for Mark Skinner to highlight at half-time. Ale. Eric Stott here. And now Tierney. Chauzeneau beaten to it by George. Thibault. And she's lost out. Here is Bizet, but play has been brought back. And that's a let-off for Leicester from there. Thibault getting the free kick as Bizet looked to stride away from her. And it's pumped long by Thibault, met by George. Malard. Leicester do have it back. Came out. CJ Bott working hard. She gets the ball again, and she's got the throw-in. As we tick towards added time at the end of the first half. And Eric Stottier, who has worked hard, often with very little service. And there will be a minimum of 3 more minutes at the end of the first half here. Ball just over the head of Cayman and cleared by Bizet. And hammered further clear by Turner, but Tierney was still forward there for Leicester, but now Bizet once again. Mannion, an ever-willing runner down the right, but Thibaut will get there first. Goodwin, well, that's given away cheaply to Janssen. Toon, Malard. She's got players in support, including Galton. And that's an excellent second goal for Manchester United. And it's probably enough to win this game on the stroke of half-time. One of Manchester United's perennials, Leah Galton, finishing off a sweeping move. And it came from Leipzig's clearance and Goodwin's rather cheap giveaway. Toon and then Malard. And look at Galton's run across the penalty area. Malard with an assist to add to her earlier goal. And Galton makes so many intelligent runs throughout a game, just like that one. And this time, she is able to finish off her 5th goal of the season. And a 2-0 lead against the lower scorers in the Women's Super League. Looks to be a winning lead even at this stage. And it's an absolute hammer blow for Leicester, so close to half-time. They've only scored twice in 7 games away from home previously this season. And now they need 2 more just to take anything from this game. Ole. Leah Galton is such a reliable player for Manchester United. Joined them for the inaugural season and has provided real excellence and consistency ever since. And the half-time team talk will now need to be rewritten. There goes the whistle. Manchester United in total control. Melvin Malard scoring the first goal. Chasing forward from halfway and making no mistake. And then Leah Galton, a very popular goal scorer, finishing off an excellent team move just before half-time to make it 2-0. And Leicester City have had no response at the other end. Half-time, Manchester United 2, Leicester City 0. And Manchester United get the second half underway in the red shirts, attacking the goal away to our left. Melvin Malard, who scored the first and made the second. Unable to win the ball there, but here is Gabby George. Galton. And now Clinton. And Letizia has got the opportunity to try and work it forward again. And the United fans here would like to see their team really open up and score a few goals in the second half. They're looking to score 3 goals in a game for 4 successive home games, for the first time in 3 years, and they look well placed to do that. Malard closed down though by Sophie Howard, and it will be a United throw-in. Sophie Howard and Julie Thibault have really tried to hold this team together during the first half, but United just found angles that they were unable to appreciate at times. Turner. And now George. And Toon. Galton made the run ahead of her, but it's beyond, in towards Malard, just unable to bring the ball under control and execute the turn. Galton. And the cross this time is blocked. Mace is able to clear. Chauzeneau. This has given the ball away to Janssen. United on course for their 7th successive victory and their 5th in a row since the winter break. And that, of course, included the 4-2 victory at Manchester City, which would have given them so much satisfaction. But Leicester's hopes of back-to-back wins for the first time this season look to have gone already. Letizia. But now Ale can try and find Cayman, but it's beyond her. And this has been an impressive response from United after finishing 5th last season. Of course, they did win the FA Cup, which really relieved any pressure on Mark Skinner. And they have certainly improved. And rather like Arsenal and maybe Manchester City in recent years, they've just found Chelsea setting standards that no one else has been able to match. George. Clinton. Now Letizia. Well seen by Ale, though. Mamiki. The player who came on for Eric Staltia at half-time, and Missy Goodwin, the player who has gone down there, just caught by Céline Bizet. She wasn't the player involved in the initial challenge, but was caught by the follow-through from Bizet. But it will only be a throw-in, an accidental challenge. Now Goodwin looking to try and produce something here, but again it breaks down. Appeals for offside against Mamiki, but nothing given. And it's squared by Ale, and here is Chauzeneau with the opportunity, and it was closed down by George, and it will be potentially a corner kick unless the flag was raised. Mamiki here, and it was Ale who played it wide to Chauzeneau, and the ball bobbling away in the end. The angle was tight for her. Gabby George has had the better of that individual battle so far. Tullis Joyce will take the goal kick. Yet to be tested in the game. Goodwin. And the ball spinning behind for another goal kick. There were appeals for a penalty here from Malard as she went down under the challenge of Ale, but there didn't look to be enough contact there to really interest the officials. Malard again. And Leicester have the throw-in. Toon. She was looking for Galton. That's good play by Bott. And she runs into Janssen. Galton. Toon. George. And Howard will go back to Leipzig, who deals with a rather firmly hit back pass. Toon. Malard looking to turn onto that, but Mace going back to the goalkeeper again. And it's Mitrale can bring it clear. Mace. It's a nice turn from Mace. And Ale is forward again here. Tierney. 3 inside. Further wide though to Chozina. This time is beyond George, but George recovers at the expense of a corner kick. And that was better from Leicester. They moved the ball around more crisply there, and as a result, they were able to find space closer to the United goal. Well, Leicester are ahead on corners, which is about the only thing that is in their favour on the stats chart so far. Amiki will take it with a rather generous interpretation of the quadrant. In towards that near post. Cleared initially, came out, really caught hold of that, and Mannion seemed to take it full in the face, but she's okay. And then she's able to recover and hoof the ball into the crowd, but she'll just take a moment. Mannion strikes a ball so well. And came in there, firing in that shot, and Mannion was right behind it. Almost knocked off her feet, but she's made of pretty tough stuff. Leipzig looking to play the ball out, but only finding Clinton. Mamiki has made an impact since coming on, and she's on the move here. And it was Goodwin looking to twist and turn, but it's Janssen who comes away with the ball. But Leicester, relatively speaking, enjoying their best spell of the game. Really, they need to score the next goal in the game, should there be one, to make it any sort of contest. United did concede here to the bottom club, Crystal Palace, in their previous game. Amiki again. And this time Clinton was strong in the challenge. Malard was on her way to goal once again, but it was covered well by Sophie Howard. Mannion, helped on by Malard. And Clinton will be penalised for handball. Chozino. Well, she has been a bright spark for Leicester. And she's got the throw in here. Tierney. Now Howard. I think she was looking for the run of Cayman, but it was always overhit. Janice Cayman became the oldest player in WSL history to score twice in a game during that win against Aston Villa, but she's not really had a sniff of a chance so far. But Mace doing well there, and she's found Chozino. Cayman waiting inside the penalty area, but it's cut behind her and Mamiki. And Clinton is able to pirouette and find Mannion. Howard. Clever use of the ball from Cayman. Now Mace. And United have the throw-in. But Armandine Miquel has seen better signs from her team in the second half, and she's about to make 2 more changes. Shannon O'Brien is one of the players who is consulting the tablet. Janssen. Mace in a confined space, unable to keep the ball in play. As we approach the hour mark, Mark Skinner knows his team is still in overall control, but they've not been able to exert the dominance that they enjoyed for so much of the first half. Chozino. Mamiki was sprinting forward, but it was covered by Turner. Chozino again trying her luck down the left. And there is space here for Tierney. Mamiki coming short on the edge of the penalty area, but it was swept away by Turner. Mamiki. Chozino in support. She tries to go herself. And then she goes down under the challenge of George, and a free kick's been given. And these are the sorts of opportunities that Leicester need to capitalise on. Mamiki here. And both Janssen and George for company, and having gone beyond the first, she was then fouled by the second. Yuka Mamiki, born in New York, but a Japanese international, will take the free kick here. It's flicked on and kept alive, and then Goodwin puts it over the top, but it was a chance. Helped on initially by Tierney, and then Ale did well under pressure to lay it back towards Goodwin. And here are the changes. Janice Cayman is coming off to be replaced by Shannon O'Brien. And Shana Shozina will also make her way around the pitch to and what had been a impressive contribution in the second half. And Hannah Kane, the Welsh international, also comes on. And O'Brien quickly involved there, and it will be a throw-in for Leicester. Ale. All the way back to Leipzig. Clinton. That's a free kick conceded by Mamiki. Well, there's no doubt that the first player to come on for Leicester has really given them more going forward, and she's coming forward again here. Supported by Kane. Mamiki continues her run into the penalty area. Can she work the space for the shot? She can. And it's the first save that Fallon Tullis-Joyce has had to make today. It all came from that free kick from Millie Turner, straight to Mamiki. Kane had O'Brien making the run to the right, but she picked out Yuka Mamiki. And it was a comfortable save in the end, but again, Manchester United have rather dropped their standards in the second half, and Leicester are back in the game. Ale. And Leicester have a free kick here on halfway. Ruby Mace was fouled. And if Leicester can score now, then it really is game on. And O'Brien delivering the cross in, looking for Kane, but Tullis-Joyce was always favourite to gather that. But although Leicester have improved, United still lead by 2-0, of course. And they'll be keen to try and keep as much pressure as they can on Chelsea. They will play at Brighton later. And I wonder if we'll see the world's most expensive female footballer making her debut. Malard. And CJ Bott is able to cover. Bizet once again using the ball well, but Malard just unable to gather the ball in stride. George. Malard. Miki still buzzing around for Leicester, but here is Clinton. been given away again, this time by Mannion. And although United wanted handball, the free kick's been given for the original challenge by Mannion on O'Brien. But Leicester have quickly given away possession. George. Naomi Girma could make her Chelsea debut today at Brighton. Another exciting name coming to the Women's Super League. Of course, United have a few here, and they may believe they need to step things up in the second half. And Mark Skinner maybe pondering a change. Hinata Miyazawa, the player he was speaking to there. Mamiki looking to release Kane, but well seen by George. Turner. And George again is forced to scamper for that, and it's a case of United giving the ball away under no real pressure and allowing Leicester to try and build. And they do have a throw-in once again on this near side. And the United crowd must have been sitting back looking forward to a goal fest in the second half when they established a 2-goal lead, but at the moment, while they're not exactly hanging on, they are not creating chances themselves. And the space here for CJ Bott. In behind Galton. The cross needs to be a good one, and it clips the top of the crossbar. Fallon Tullis-Joyce was scrambling there. I don't think that CJ Bott was going for goal, but she nearly found it. And the New Zealand international was clearly looking to pick out a teammate, but Tullis-Joyce relieved to see that one come off the top of the crossbar. Selim Bize, the player who is down for United, but she's back on her feet. Now Toon. And that defensive clearance will interest Mannion at the other end, but she was always slightly off balance there as she was challenged by Ale. And it's back with Janina Leipzig. And to keep up to date with all of the latest news in the world of women's football, make sure you're signed up to the official newsletter, either by clicking on the link on the pinned comments or through the official Barclays Women's Super League website. Now Goodwin, able to deliver the cross, and it's found Tierney, but it's over the top. Well, it was another chance. Man United loose once again. And Goodwin allowed to carry the ball a long way there. Neither Bize or Letizia able to stop the cross, and Tierney coming in at the far post, lofting the shot from 6 yards, but it's a warning for United. Leah Galton has got the free kick here. And a yellow card will be shown, first of the day. And CJ Bott is the recipient. And that was one of the easier decisions that Phoebe Cross will have to make. Armandine Mikel, though, will be happier with what she's seen in the second half, maybe unlike Mark Skinner. Of course, 2-0, though, is 2-0, and Leicester have had opportunities to find the back of the net, but there is a reason why they are the lowest scorers in the Women's Super League so far this season. And they are up against the best defence so far in terms of goals conceded. Mace. It's back to Thibaut, who has got the opportunity to carry the ball forward. United conceding only 6 times in nearly 15 games so far. And the difference in goal difference between the top 3 and the rest is significant. And Hinata Miyazawa is coming on now. And it's Dominic Janssen who comes off. Hinata Miyazawa, another Japanese international coming into the game in the second half. And she's quickly into the action, but Leicester have it back again. Tizier, though, will get there before Ale. But here is Mamiki. Turner's clearance, though. And now Galton. Miyazawa will just try and calm things down at the base of the United midfield. Bott, space again for her down the right, and it's a deep cross in, and it's a good claim by Tullis Joyce. And once again, Leicester are finding room in the wide areas. And this time she goes longer with the clearance, and Malard can almost break through, but Leipzig was alert to the danger. And Sophie Howard with a heart-in-mouth moment there as her back pass nearly presented United's number 9 with another opportunity. And so Yori Takarada is preparing to come on for Leicester. And the changes have certainly made a difference for them. And it's Sam Tierney who will come off. And Missy Goodwin is also making way. And Nelly Lass, the 17-year-old, who was scored twice in the WSL Cup, she also comes on. Takarada, a player who won the NWSL with Washington Spirit in the United States. Bott. And now Lass. Looking for support inside the area, but it was quickly closed down by Galton. And Leicester have found plenty of joy down their right-hand side. Galton helping to double up this time, but it will be a corner kick. Swirled high, but Tullis-Joyce's handling has been faultless so far. George. Toon. Leicester's search for an away victory will now move on to 13 games. And they will head to Chelsea on Wednesday, so if they win there, it will be the story of the season. Now Malard, space for her, and she's got support in the centre, but the cross was behind Bizet, and Leicester are able to scrape it away. Mamiki looking for Lass, one back though by Galton. United will travel to Liverpool next, a week on Friday in the Women's Super League. They've got an FA Cup quarter-final against Sunderland here next week. That was the crossing from Malard, which was cleared by Ale. As they look to continue their defence of the trophy. Toon over the free kick. And it's into the arms of Leipzig at the second attempt. It just bounced up in front of her. Now Ale. Goodwin. And Kane will bring it forward. Turner. Toon. Tullis-Joyce again looking for options to play the ball out, and with the help of Turner she'll find George. And now it's been given away. Nice touch from Mamiki. Mace involved. Takarada was looking for the earlier ball forward, and Nelly Lass has been fouled, and it will be a free kick as we enter the final 10 minutes. Toon there, just overrunning the ball and catching the 17-year-old. Both the United goals in the first half from Malard and Galton. Mace, and that free kick is catching practice once again for Fallon Tullis-Joyce. The clearance will come straight back. George with the clearance again, but straight to Mace. And now Lass able to cut inside, but the shot lacking power in the end, and maybe she had better options in field. She does have a couple of goals in the League Cup, and maybe she saw the first league goal there as United twice gave the ball away very cheaply. Toon. Mannion will take the throw in. Malard. Now Malard again. Bizet. Turner. Galton now. Didn't really have too much movement further ahead of her. But now she does link up well with George, and Galton has made the move in behind. The cross was behind Malard. Controlled well by Clinton. Toon going down right on the edge of the penalty area. Phoebe Cross unmoved. Letizia. And United do have one or two players out there who don't have a huge amount of match fitness behind them in terms of starts. For Mannion and Melvin Malard. I mean, Malard has worked extremely hard, but in the absence of Turland, she really is the only option in that sort of area. Clinton. And it's behind Mannion. And there's been a lack of quality for United in the second half. And JC now coming on to replace Ellen Bizet, and Melvin Malard will make way for Rachel Williams. Malard scored an excellent goal and played her part in the second for Leah Galton, and Rachel Williams ten of her 11 appearances in the WSL have come from the bench this season. Born in Leicester, somebody who has played in every single Women's Super League season. And still going at the age of 37. 4 goals this season, all in the cup competitions. Lass, the cross deflected, and it had to be dealt with. It's a corner kick. Letizia got there first. And it was worked well between Bott and Lass, and that deflection causing real confusion. Shannon O'Brien was coming in for Leicester, and Letizia got there first. Into the final 5 minutes, but there's no doubt Leicester have been the better team in the second half. Mamiki with the corner kick, and the free kick's been given as Mitarale blazing the shot over the top, but it wouldn't have counted. Tullis Joyce fouled there today. And she was just being blocked off there as she went for that cross, and the free kick was always going to be given. Now she gathers as United try and play out again, but Leicester have at times caused some real anxiety, and we saw there Turner with another ball back towards their own goal, and it just seemed to be a momentary panic in the United defence before they cleared. And sometimes it's all about seeing a game out, and that's what United are trying to do here. Letizia. JC. Leicester have the throw-in. Galton. Now Toon. Williams down the centre. Toon. Now Miyazawa. Back to Turner. Galton. Miyazawa. Burst towards the edge of the area. Halted by Howard. Toon. JC. And she wants the free kick, claiming she was body checked by Ale, but nothing given, but United still have the ball. And Leicester get the free kick. Shannon O'Brien fouled by Hinata Miyazawa. And had Leicester played like this in the first half, then we may have had a different outcome here today. Swung wide towards Mamiki. Tizier able to clear. But there are positives for the Leicester coach to take from the second half. They were under so much pressure during the opening 45 minutes. Mannion will take the throw-in as we tick towards added time. United with only 2 shots in the second half, and neither of those have been on target. Well, there could be one here. It's Toon, but it's blocked by Bott. Takarada under pressure from Galton, who has done well to pen her in, and now Williams. Toon. Miyazawa. Not too far wide, and that's more like it from a Manchester United point of view. And as we tick into 3 minutes of added time, Miyazawa had to take it first time and just whizzed over the angle. Williams. Leicester with 6 shots in the second half, 2 of those on target. And they've had more touches inside the United penalty area from the home team. And although Fallon Tullis-Joyce has not been overly extended with the saves she's had to make, much of the real attacking threat came in the first half from Melvin Malard. A really good finish and an excellent assist And there we can see that in terms of shots and shots on target, it's pretty level now, and that was not the case at half-time. The difference being United have been more clinical. United have a free kick here. Last penalised for the challenge on George. And this just a game that I'm sure United would like to finish now, put in the books, and then focus on the next one. And Leicester will hope to carry this second half performance into the game they have at Chelsea on Wednesday night. Now Mamiki. Decent effort, but again, it's too close to Tullis-Joyce. Julie Thibault stepping forward into midfield, and Mamiki there had time to set herself, but it's comfortable once again. Miyazawa, and the match will come to an end with a United free kick, and well, Mark Skinner will take the points, if not the second half performance. But that's it. 7 successive wins for Manchester United in the Women's Super League. And while this one was rather laboured in the second half, the longer the season goes on, it's all about the points. And they close the gap on Chelsea for now. Leah Galton and Melvin Malard scoring the goals in the first half. United were very good in the opening 45 minutes. Less so after the break, but that's down to an improved Leicester performance. But the lower scorers in the Women's Super League unable to add to their tally. Full time, Manchester United 2, Leicester City 0.